Good evening, YouTube channel. PA Figs here. So tonight we are, yeah, that was a weird intro. I don't know. Sorry. Tonight we are trying to package up a air layer that I did this summer that someone has purchased, and it's always a struggle to find the right size box. You know, we stockpile boxes seemingly all year long just for this purpose. And yet we can never find a box that seems to be the right size. So I've got this one here. This may be the worst camera skills I've ever shown. And you can see the box is too big. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put it in the box and cut the box to size. So let's see, stand that guy up. This is a Notre Dame Barbentane. Going back to my hometown, actually. The person that purchased it. Alright. So you can see, a little bit wider than what the box is. But the nice thing about it being in the greenhouse is it's still somewhat awake. It's only semi-dormant. You can see the tips starting to bud out a little bit. It's been a little bit... The strange thing is the colder it gets outside, the warmer the greenhouse seems to get. But it leaves the limbs flexible. So I'll be able to bend these guys up and take some of this paper packaging to put around the tips in particular to try to keep them from breaking. Not a big deal if they break off, but it's just sort of like pinching them. It'll sprout out new branches from other areas. It's a real healthy tree, so I'm not too worried about that. But let's go ahead and get this guy in here, and I'll be back. Alright, so nothing fancy here. I'm not really too worried about this getting bounced around and shipping because the box is going to be pretty tight on it. So I'm just going to slide it on down as far as it'll go. And the air layers, remember, they always have that little bit of trunk at the bottom of them. So you need to put something at the bottom of the box to stabilize, otherwise that soil and the root ball will end up getting pushed around with that bottom being, you know, stationary. Alright, so I need to go ahead and get these guys into here. And you can see that box is plenty big. So now I'm actually going to have to cut the box down a little bit. I want it to be about the same height as the tree, just a little bit higher so I can put a little bit of padding on the top. But I don't want it really big like this because I don't want the tree to, you know, go back around, you know, just get jostled around and damage the tips. So I need to cut this down and I'll be right back. Alright. So you can see this tree is not really going anywhere. I don't normally have to do too much, especially when the box fits tight like this. If it was real loose, I would actually tape it around the root ball to hold it stationary so it wasn't bouncing all around. In this case, all I'm going to do is see the tips up top, try to prevent them from getting too damaged. I'm going to just put a little bit of paper. I've used paper, I've used plastic wrap. It's really just to kind of pad them a little bit if this does move around. It doesn't take a lot. You know, I see a lot of people that use sticks and tape and all sorts of things, spray foam. You know, it all works great, but I don't think it's really all that necessary. And I'll tell you what, I've done more damage to my trees trying to get the dang things undone from the box than I have in the actual damage of them moving around during shipping. But sometimes, and quite often, I've done more damage trying to unpack my trees than I have with, you know, FedEx kicking the box around. Get the tree in there, make sure it's, you know, somewhat tight against that box. A little bit of tape goes a long ways, you know, go around the base of the root ball and onto the box to keep it stationary. A little rattling of your tree is not going to do a lot of damage. You just want to keep it from banging around in there a lot. So I cut the box down. And now it's just a matter of sealing it up, taping it. Now I gotta get a shipping label on it, and I like to ship everything by USPS priority. That usually gets the trees to folks in about 2 days, sometimes 3, depending on how far away they are, especially California, Texas, Oregon, Florida, places like that. But this one's going to New York, should be there in a couple days. And we've got a little bit of a weather break, supposed to be above freezing for the next few nights. I'm hoping to get it there in time before the next chill comes, and we should be good to go. I'm PA Figs. Good luck chipping.